Hey everybody, it's Steve from Steve Vaping UK. I hope we're all doing very well today and we're having a very good day / evening whenever you're watching this. So today I want to talk about this. This is the Solara DNA 200 Anarchist Aria built geek. Fuck know where it's come from, but it's a really good little DNA 200. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down to my little table. It would help if I had this at the appropriate wattage. So I'm just going to knock that down. We're going to pretend that never happened. But we're going to take this down. We're going to have a look at it. Okay, so let's have a look at the Solara DNA 200. And as you can see, it fits fairly well in the hand. I mean, it's not the smallest of devices in the world, but it fits fairly well. I've only ever found it in this colour in black. I've not found it anywhere else. I've seen it elsewhere. It's got this really nice anarchist logo on it, Aria built. A couple of little specs for you. So it has temperature protection 200 to 600 Fahrenheit. I can't talk this morning. Usual stuff, locking screen. I've got this called Let's Vape, and at the moment it is locked, so it goes shithouse. It has a free 1200 milliwatt hour cell LiPo battery. It's got maximum output up to 200 watts, voltage up to 9 volts, power lock resistant, the usual sort of stuff. There's really not much to go through. I'm not going to go through the whole DNA 200 screen because hopefully if you're watching this you kind of have an idea what you're doing. But the usual sort of stuff, go through your profiles by holding these down. I believe this is locked, so let's unlock it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, check out am I a warning. Hold these two down, then you can kind of go through your different settings. I've only got a few on here at the moment, and it goes to the usual. So again, there's really not much to see. I just wanted to show the actual size of it. It fits fairly well in the hand. I've been finding myself kind of holding it like that. Size-wise, it is 92 millimeters by 54 millimeters by 27 millimeters. So it's it's a fairly good design. It's rounded on one side. I mean, again, there's not much I can really show you down here, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring it back up top. I'm going to put a cap on it and put a tank on it. We'll get there and we'll have a little vape and we'll have a bit more to talk about it. Okay, so there it is. That is the Aria Anarchist DNA 200 Solara mod. And one little quick thing actually before I forget. So when I went to go and get this, I got this from a company called UK E6, and I go there quite a lot. It's based in Wembley, really good guys there. And when it was packaged, it come in this. Okay, now this reminds me of like the old VCR. I didn't do this down at the table. Like the old VCR boxes. Okay, I'm not a massive box man, but come on. I mean, that could have been a bit better, couldn't it, really? But it doesn't matter. If you're paying for this sort of price for a mod, you'd like a nice box. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So let's give it some size comparisons first off. So as we said, it's quite big and chunky in the hand. Minikin. Okay. That's a really bad. So that's the size that way. That's the size that way. Okay. So that's the first one. What else have I got that I could put this against? Let's do the E-leaf because that's okay. So it's a it's a chunky device. So I'm going to do some cons, and we'll do some cons. So the first con is battery life. Battery life on this, not so much. In my opinion, you've got a 1200 mAh LiPo battery in there. There's 3 of them running in series. You're not going to get good battery life. Okay, that's the end of that. However, this is USB chargeable on there. You've got the little buttons, nice and clicky buttons. A DNA 200, I think you get a lot more for it. A lot of the stuff you have to upgrade on this is via the eScribe, so you can't really do much on the move. So a second con, if you've never used the DNA products, is that you have to go in and dibble dabble around the eScribe software. eScribe software, I'm not going to do a video on this now, but it's actually very easy to work with if you just give it some time. So that's another kind of con, I guess. I wouldn't say this is for anyone that's been vaping for a short amount of time. So you wouldn't go, okay, so I've got my shisha pen thing and I've been vaping that and I'm like, yeah, this is good, this is good. What I want is a DNA 200. You probably wouldn't make that leap, but there you go, there's that. I've only ever found it in black. I've seen it in green, or green. I think he done a video on it. But apart from that, I've never seen it in any other colour. So if you don't like black, it's probably going to be a con for you. However, cons. We've done cons. Pros. Me, I've been using this a lot. I've had this now for about 2-3 weeks, and it's been coming out with me. I've taken it to work. You get a little kind of one of these charger jobbies that comes with it. This, you know, the thing that you pull and it comes into nothing like that. This is Beyond Vape on it, just there. And you know, I just charge it up like that. If it needs a bit of a charge, I'll try and let it run down. One thing I do remember: never let your lipo packs on a DNA 200 go to 0. If you go to 0, you have to go to eScribe software and you have to kind of perform this battery resuscitation thing. You don't want to do that. So that could be that. Now, the screen on it is nice and bright. Me personally, I've really enjoyed it. So I've got this. This is the Indie Duo RDA, but the smaller version. Really, really good. Obviously, in the eScribe software, you can do temperature controls and you can have stuff up like that. And if you've never used any DNA 200s before, you have these kind of profiles. So these are my profiles. That's for the TFE8 I've just got. That's for my Griffin. And that says Crown, but that's for the Rafale, and I haven't actually got anything else set up there at the moment. I love DNA 200s. DNA 200s have made me enjoy temperature control a lot more. DNA 200s have, I personally just think they're really, really good. Are you going to need to rob a bank to buy this? Yes. Yes, you will. I picked mine up for $39.99. I collected mine because I only worked around the corner from it, so it didn't really matter. So yeah, you're going to need to, you know, factor that in a little bit. But it is what it is. It is this little DNA 200, and I've really been enjoying it. Really worth a look at. So I'm going to put a couple of links in the description as always. But thanks very much for coming by, having a sit down with me, having a chat, and we'll catch you again soon.